Alright, welcome to my first no ban list modern league here. So Daybreak recently, just a couple days ago as of recording this, added no ban list modern as the new contraption format on Magic Online. Contraption was pre-modern until a couple days ago, and now it is no ban list modern. Don't worry, pre-modern's still here. It's just got its own official category now. Um, and then contraption will be a rotating format of different things. So I think the next month or so we've got no ban list modern, which is pretty sweet. I just messed up my cards here. As you can see, we're playing a Living End, and we've got a couple of different banned cards here. So we've got 3 Okos in the sideboard. We've got Grief here. And we've also got Violent Outburst. So 3 different banned in modern cards. We're going to give it a try. I don't really know what the meta is for this. It's going to be interesting. There will be challenges, which is pretty cool. So the first 6 days there are no challenges. Then after Ninja Turtles drops, then a couple days after this video, there's going to be actual no ban list modern challenges on Magic Online, which is pretty cool. Not sure if I'll play in those, but if this is fun, I'm sure I'll play another League of No Ban List Modern. So if you got ideas for what I should play, let me know. I just kind of decided on this because I like playing Living End. I got a couple of Living End or 2 Living End videos in Value Vintage and $30 Value Vintage. So I decided to, I like the deck there. Let's give it a try in No Ban List Modern because, Grief and Violent Outburst are pretty huge upgrades, obviously. I think the deck's pretty self-explanatory. If you're not familiar with it, all we're doing is cycling cards, put them in our graveyard. That cycles, that cycles, that cycles. These cycle to get lands. Striped Riverwinder cycles, Waker of Waves cycles. So you cycle all these cards, you get them into the graveyard, then you cascade into Living End and bring them all back, and all of your opponent's creatures die. Then you've got Violent Outburst, which is banned, and Shardless Agent in order to cascade into our Living Ends. We've got a little bit of permission. Grief is really important. Grief is, you can, grief and then bring it back. You get their trigger after you cascade, which is pretty great. We've also got 2 Force of Negations. I only have 2. You probably should put 2 more in the 75. I'm not sure where exactly. I don't exactly know what the meta looks like, but I think you do want 4 negations. So if I had 2 more, I'd put them in the sideboard here. And I've got Colossal Skyturtles. This is kind of a cool one because you can put it into your graveyard with its ability. And it lets us bounce creatures. It can get back a Cascader to play it again, Living End. It can bring back a Cycler, It's got versatility. And it's like a good, nice tempo play. Like turn 2, your opponent plays a scary Psychic Frog or something, we can just bounce it, which is pretty nice. Yeah. Nothing too crazy here. It's, mana base is just all the rug lands. Again, I'm not sure if this is optimal. What is this one? This is a Stomping Ground, just a weird art Stomping Ground. It's a cool art one. I do like my cactuses. Yeah, nothing too crazy there. The sideboard, we've got Oko. We're going to try that as like a bit of a sideboard pivot. Our opponent brings in Graveyard Hate. We can bring in Oko. We can also sideboard in the Hypergenesis. So just, ignoring Graveyard Hate completely and just putting our giant fatty creatures into play. Tried that in my last Value Vintage video. It was interesting, the Hypergenesis pivot. So we're going to give it a whirl here. 3rd Skyturtle. Foundation Breaker. So for some matchups that are either artifact heavy or where we don't want to board out the Living End combo, but we're expecting, artifact, enchantment, graveyard hate, we can just bring in the Foundation Breakers and try and blow it up. Of course, we don't want anything that costs less than 3 because we need to be able to cascade into Living End or Hypergenesis every time, but Foundation Breaker gets around that. And then we've got Runescale Stormbrood. We can board that in against like some of the combo decks, I guess. Because this gives us a counter spell on turn, with 2 mana, but that, doesn't affect our cascading. Yeah. I don't know. I've never played no banless modern before, so this is a first for me. Kind of sounds fun though. I like this idea of the contraption rotating format stuff, so I'm curious what they do in the future. If you like me trying out kind of these weird formats that Daybreak puts online, let me know. Where if you don't, you can let me know that too, I guess. And yeah, if you got any other ideas for what I should be playing, let me know down below. Happy to hear. And yeah, let's get into it, and I'll see you in round 1. Okay, here we go. We're on the play. Yeah. Can keep that. Let's. So I want to grief. Do we want to pitch the architect or the other grief? We can find another black card. We can do both. We can brick here. I think we just pitch the other grief. Yavimaya Coast, Cradle, Birds, Green Sun, Sylvan Safekeeper. Oh boy. Shock ourselves here. Yep. Yep. Let's get the Stomping Ground. Cycle. And yes. See if we can find. Oh, we can't. We pitched our we pitched our other grief. See what they do here. See if they found a land. Not sure if they've got 1 mana or 2 right now. 1, I guess. Birds. Cycling. Alright, so we definitely want to ping ourselves. I think we just go for it now. Don't give them a chance to have blue mana up. And it takes out all of their their mana. Alright, so we're up against Nadu here. Let's see. They're gonna have Graveyard 8 for sure. Hypergenesis is risky against Nadu for obvious reasons. The Force of Negations do not seem good. Um, Foundation Breakers probably won't hit their graveyard hate. Is it crazy to play the board in Hypergenesis? Maybe it is. But they board down the graveyard hate, you know? Skyturtle's fine. Oko's fine. Doesn't hit Nadu, it does hit everything else. Maybe on the draw we just want to go our curve down a bit. This can hit creatures. Let's try that. This could be really, really dumb. We'll see. We're mulling. Our thing is, like, we've got 4-drops here. We can just start casting these. I think we do keep this. Yep. Yep. Maybe they don't even play Graveyard Hate. Maybe they just try and combo faster. That would be a problem. No. But if you're just going to hold up Endurance, I don't really care. We got too many lands here. Not enough threats. But we should have one of these in our deck. They're probably holding open Endurance. And some counter spells. The Steam Vents, pay 2 life now. That's a good one. Let's see what they do here. Shuko, yep. So if they counter this, I think that's okay. Red, green, green. Feels like a counter spell. Okay. That's fine. I think we are just going to start playing out stuff. I don't think they have a Nadu right now, or else they would have slammed that. Oh, they got a Saga. Shuko. I think we just need to get the beats down. Mm-hmm. They need a Nadu. They found one. Looks like they found a Nadu. That's really bad. Yeah, we're dead. Guess I should have kept some mana open. Was hoping to get away with it one more turn. Yeah, I should have. I should have kept mana open. That's my fault. Let's see if they brought in Graveyard Hate. Why are they passing? That was useful. Cycle that. Oil. Top. Top. Draw. Grief. Let's see what they got in their hand there. What do they want to do? Consign to memory. I see. That does make sense. Oh, we get to keep the grief? That's funny. They want to keep the grief in play. All right. Let's see what they got for us here. They've got enough mana that even if we bounce Nadu, I don't think it's that big of a deal for them. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Let's bounce it. Top. Top. Now to play it again. And colorless. Yeah, we can just F6 here. They kill us, they kill us. They probably kill us. Gonna let it happen. Feel free to skip ahead to game 3. Alright, so they've got a blocker, a second blocker, so we're dead unless... We are dead unless we can find our other turtle here. Ooh, 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 so you're saying there's a chance. So if we cycle this, hitting the Nadu, does that let us attack through? Let's find out. This was our only potential out. If this doesn't work, then nothing was gonna work. All right, see what they got for us here. Oh, they can stifle it? Yep. That makes sense. I guess we needed the grief first. That makes sense, they can stifle it. They didn't stifle it? Alright, well, we're just going to attack, and if we win, we win. If we don't win, we don't win. Attack all, F6. Alright, do we win or do we lose? Okay. We got there. That was pretty crazy. Did not expect to win game 2 there, but yeah, pretty cool. Okay, here we go. I think with no blue mana, and the Force of Negation is nice, but I think with no blue mana, no, we gotta mulligan that. Yeah, and that's not perfect, but let's try that. Oh boy. Let's see. Ooh, we might have a mirror match. Okay. That's a problem. Okay. Steam vents. Yes. All right. See what they got. Is the mirror match? Yep. Okay. That's a weird one. Yep. Jeez. Don't, yeah. Try and find a land. Actually, we could cycle both of these looking for a land. We could cycle this one looking for a land and cycle one of these. Let's just try and find a land this way. Okay. our our opponent didn't feel like doing that. Fair enough. Um, I we do seem sort of ahead this match. We're not set up for this though. Like we can board in Okos and just try and win without the combo, but otherwise I'm that's a weird one. All right. Okay, here we go. We're on the play. Not 4-0. We can keep that. They got Luris. No honor among thieves. I think we just pass here. Don't want to show them what we're doing quite yet. Okay. Yep. Short. Breeding pool. Yes. Cycle. Um. See what they got for us here. I'm a little worried about us being in burn territory here. Salt Seas. So that can hit one of these two. But that is okay. I guess we could try and cycle into a Force of Negation. No, we want to guarantee a land drop, don't we? I think we just allow this. They got 2 discard spells, is potentially a problem. They're going to take one of those, yeah. They got another one? Another one's a problem. Another discard spell. Okay. Alright. We gotta find another one of these two. It's the best way of doing this. Cycle Oliphaunt Curator. I think guaranteeing the land drop is useful. Nope, we didn't hit it, so we got to draw into it. Put one of them into your hand. I actually want this one. I'm going to save the life. Or do we want to draw? I think at this point we want to just save the life. Chance of hitting it on the next turn are low. I think we just F6 here. Yep. That is a problem. Gotta get lucky here. Ooh, that might be lucky. Yes. Green, blue, blue. Let's cast that. They got a counterspell? Fair enough. Look at the cards. Yep. Put the cards on top. The first card clicked will be the last card drawn. Alright, so we got there. So it's Grixis, Dress Down Eluris. I think we do the board in the Hypergenesis here. I think we want the Okos. The Griefs? I think the Griefs are hard to cast without the Living Ends. think that's okay. Maybe I can substitute this for the Runescale Stormbroods. Buy us some time. We can't ramp into the Hypergenesis, we just gotta cast it on turn. This isn't good either, though. Let's try that. One land is not ideal here. Oh boy. I think I do keep it, but it's an iffy one. We can F6 through. Having the Hypergenesis in hand is a problem here, because they know what we're doing. What do they take? What would you take here? I think I'd probably go with the Violent Outburst, but yeah, that makes sense too. We need another land. We get another land, this gets turned on, which is nice. We could hold up this and then activating this to find a... Yep. Okay, that's a problem. Yeah, I'm not loving my strategy here. I'd much rather have a living end right now. Soul Guide, yeah. You got it. think we do look for a land here. Put one of them into your hand. Yeah, crap. I think we need like one more creature. Maybe I should have done Shardless Agent. Just the Violent Outburst is actually like kind of a good spell. Can I do it now? Maybe I just do it now. Do they want to let us have this? No. Pretty good. I would like to draw a creature here. Creature. It's pretty good. Green, blue, red. Cast. Play this one. Play this one. Play this one. Play this one. No. Okay. Alright, so let's see how this goes. We can't really do anything, just gonna F6 here. Their Dragon Ragers are big now. Which is interesting. If we had like one more big creature, I'd feel better about this. I don't think we're really winning right now. See what they do. Interesting spot. Ooh, that's bad for us. Okay. We're about to take 4. We want to draw like a turtle or something. Turtle or a 4-drop or a creature we can play. All right. What are we doing here? Um, what could they have? All right, let's see if this resolves, I guess. I assume they've got a removal spell. Do they have a removal spell? Does it change things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think they're still short. We're definitely swinging with this guy and this guy. I think we do just swing with this guy. If they got a removal spell, they're going to use it anyway. Yeah, they got a removal spell. They're going to use it anyway. It doesn't really help us to wait. Ooh, interesting. Okay. It was a good play. They know our hand is just the Hypergenesis. Yep, pretty good. Thought we were going to get this one in the end there. They got a removal spell in their hand. We are... Oh, that even does it. Hmm. Yeah, they just got lethal there. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's not going to do it. 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they can just win in the air. Hmm. All right. That was close. We still want the Hypergenesis. I think we go back to this plan. Maker of Waves. Take out. This is 2 Makers of Waves. That card's actually pretty good. Need the black sources. Yoko doesn't seem amazing, actually. Let's try that. That was close. Doesn't get much closer than that. Maybe we do want the Oko. But what do I cut for it? I mean, Olifaunt's good. Maybe the Generous Ent. Just at like 3 mana, it's just pretty easy to kill it. Yes. Yes, we can cycle this. Yep. Yep. I think we get blue-green here. That has to be red, right? Steam vents. Right. Black card would be good. No. Why don't I play Spirit Guides? Oh, I was thinking about it. They aren't good with the Living End side of the deck. They are good with the Hypergenesis side. Yep. Yep. We really want to draw a black card. Probe. Probe's a good one. Black card. Black card. Black card. What are they thinking about? I am curious what's in their hand over there. I think on our turn, even if we don't get a black card, I'm tempted just to Violent Outburst anyway. And get pressure on the board. Then we can try and rebuild. They might still have Soul Guides in the deck. I think they're thinking about playing a Soul Guide here. Black card, black card, black card, black card. No. This is tough. I think I do jam it. We can actually just play the Curator next turn. I don't really want to open them up to drawing more counter spells and stuff. If you got a 1-mana counter spell that deals with this here, then so be it. Probably should have played the Gorge. But I want the blue mana. I don't know, stuff. Well, they do have the Flusterstorm. Alright, fair enough. We got. I did know about the Foster Storms from the last game. I guess I should have played around that. I don't know. I still think that was right. The selection that you get from the Dragon Rage channelers is so good. But we are in trouble here. Now we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah. We would have drawn a black card there. That's what we needed. It kind of all hinged on that. Bit unfortunate. I guess there's a world where I just wait till it's their turn in the end, and then we shit. Now we have our freaking black card. I guess what would be. Oh no, we can't. They have the soul guide. The living end doesn't even do anything. Or just dead, I guess. We had to draw the living end last turn. Yeah. Oh well. What do you think about me playing the Violent Outburst there? Was that not too bad? Should I have waited? Having the one blew up and they were hesitating. Maybe I should have waited. That was, they got the soul guide now. No, I think it was right to jam it. We needed to draw the living end first, not the other card, unfortunately. The opponent's very slow. They're almost timed out. And they can just pitch the frog and kill us here. I'm not gonna bother blocking the frog, and that's just. All right, close one. I feel like there were opportunities to win there. Think, I messed up something, let me know. All right, here we go. We're on the play. Um, yes, I guess. Do we want to grief now? Let's grief now, see what they're working with. Oh boy. Simian Spirit Guide, Faithless Looting, Dread Return Oracle. I guess that's got to be the looting then. All right. Steam vents. Shardless Agent. Yes. Blue. Blue. We just need the land guarantee. Next turn we can do stuff. City of Brass. Simian Spirit Guide. Faithless Looting. Yeah. Dread Return and Dread Return. Okay. Unless you control 2 or fewer. Enters tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. That should be fine, right? Okay. Green, blue, blue. I'm going to get a grief trigger here. All right. That's fine. They're on some sort of graveyard deck plan sort of thing. Um, do we want to change anything? I wonder if they're playing Graveyard Hate. Hmm. The Living Ends can bring back like the Dredgers to play, which is kind of actually can be good for us. But not necessarily. Assuming they're on some sort of dredgy thing. I think I'm just gonna leave it actually. Cards. Let's keep. Yep. Faithless Living. That's an issue. Grief them. Prized Amalgam passes Oracle. Okay, well, I don't really want to take either of these, but I guess it's the Oracle. Cycle. All right. They're going to dredge here. Yep. Cycle. We want the blue mana. Cycle. All right. Got another troll. It's bad news for us. We got to find something soon. Well, Violent Outburst. I think we do want this in play. We got a troll. Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of creatures in play. Well, we can't even. We could cycle the Oliphaunt to get a land, I guess. So if we swap it now, what do they get? They get a Thug, an Oracle, a Stinkweed Imp, two 1/1s, another Thug. I guess we just go for it now. Do we want this or 2 life? I think we want this, right? Yes. Green, blue, blue. Cast. I want them or us? Think us. Yep. Amalgam. Look at the cards. Top, top, top. That one comes into play. That's a problem. Interesting. F6 here. We really need another Waker of Waves. We're in a bad spot here, I think, actually. Interesting. Do we just swing out and hope that this not being able to come into play untapped is an issue? Can we wait? Not sure. I guess we can swing out and use the outburst later, potentially. Let's give this one trample, I guess. See what they do here. So 4, 8. If I bounce that, that would be 18. It's not enough, right? 9. No, is it? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 4, yeah, 18. Unfortunate. I think if I had one more mana, do we just let this happen? I think we just let this happen, I guess. We are short, I think, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18. We are too short. I should not have given this trample. That was really dumb. I should have given like anything else trample because we knew they were going to block this one. But no, if I block it, doesn't go through the damage anyway. But I had to do this. If we bounce this and we don't die on our next turn, we can win in the air. Do we die on our next turn? We do, right? Yeah, they just swing and we die. All right, so we have to just take it. See what they choose to do. Does it matter? Do they have dread returns in the yard? They do have dread returns in the yard. They have a bridge. Shit. No, I should have done before they got the bridge. That was dumb. Now we're in trouble again. To make zombies. Okay, well that was stupid. I think we do it before, though. I get the Dread Return anyway. I should have cycled this first. That was really dumb. Whatever. I'm not playing well this turn. This game. Yield until next end step. I should have had this in play. That would have been helpful. Yeah, I don't like how I play this game. I have the Generous Ent and the food token in play. I think it'd actually be all right. They don't actually have that much power. Yeah, this feels like a whiff. 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. I can bounce this one. This feels dumb, yeah. I was just going to lose to the Oracle. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think we just run it back. That's risky. 2 living ends at hand. It's not great. I think that's a mull. Keep. What don't I want here? I guess it's the turtle. Done. They got counter spells now? Jeez. We want a grief here then if they got counters. Let's look for a grief. That's not a grief. Grief. That's a grief. I think we wait, though. I think we wait till our turn. They didn't play anything on 1. Could get punished here. Arctic Ruins. I screwed this up then. Try to return Oracle. Green, blue, green. I gotta take the Oracle there. Unfortunately. Now we just F6. I'm not sure if we know. Okay, we got there. That was close. Alright, good games. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We're on the play. And oh boy, is this good enough? I think so. That's grief. It's iffy for sure. Soul Guide Lantern main deck. Okay. Jeez. Saga. Gonna go for another Soul Guide, I guess. Needle. Yeah. Curator of Mysteries. Okay. Crap. Now you gotta try and draw a land here. Yep. Alright, I think our hand's coming here to bite us. Why did they not play? What are they holding up? I assume they've got another soul guide, which is a problem. Got another soul guide, that's an issue, but we can't really do anything about that because we didn't have the third mana there. What are you trying? Are they trying to make a token? That does not work like that. That is not a. Uh, can't Force of Negation that. It's on our turn. Interesting. Alright, well, I get it now. I get it. Colorless. I got a soul guide. I'm gonna top. Spin top. Saga. No Raker. Interesting. Okay. It's a very slow start for us. I think we just wait. This is a weird game. They got another cozy command. Do we fawn that? I think we have to let it go because we don't. We just lose to top Raker, which would be bad. Vexing Bubble. I think this is not a great matchup for us. I'm learning that. But we kept a bad hand, I guess. Part of the issue here. We can't even kill that. Vexing Bauble. Yeah, this they got main deck Graveyard Hate, main deck Vexing Bauble, main deck Kozlok's Command, Soul Guide Lantern, and Vexing Bauble. And the sagas to find them is just an issue. It is an issue. So we're on this plan. Oh shit, we have to fetch. Forgot to fetch. No, that just cost us 2 life randomly. Yeah, I don't see us ever winning this match, unfortunately. We can't actually cast the Force of Negation because of the bauble there. We're super duper dead. Oh, they can play multiple Vexing Baubles because this is no bandless modern, not vintage. That's a sight for sore eyes. It's been a while since the combo, if you don't know, is just 2 tops and a raker as an auto win. Alright, well, that was something. So they've got a bajillion pieces of graveyard hate for. Oh, this is unwinnable. I don't even. This is so unwinnable. um, Jeez. Yeah, I mean, we'll play it out, but I think this is the nightmare matchup. The deck looks probably pretty strong. I think it's what I'm considering trying. Just the raker top is just. If you're watching me, you probably follow vintage because what is this garbage? Just turn 3 Oko. Sure. Something on the bottom. I guess this guy. The entire deck is good against me. What are you mulling for? Right, Vexing Bauble, bad. No Vexing Bauble, please. Okay. It's just not my day. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Yes. Alright, so if we draw a land, we can Hypergenesis, which may or may not be kill me on the spot. I mean, we're gonna go for it. This might not even win though, because they can just kind of combo. They got a top there. They can, you know. Yeah, I mean, 3. Okay, we're definitely not favored here. It's gonna F6. We need them to brick pretty hard. That's a brick. We need one more brick. Brick, 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 brick. That's all we can really hope for. Really, any card kills us. Oh, that's brutal. that's so savage. Okay. We can't even attack them next turn. I mean, we knew this was unlikely, so good games. We're dead. Okay, so that was really fun, and we got a nice 3-2 in our no ban list modern league there. This one was a heartbreaker. I feel like, you know, we barely lost games 2 and 3. Game 2 especially. This was a really, really close match if you want to watch this one. Really, really close. And then that kind of, this was a bit unfortunate. If you think I could have won this one by some different plays, let me know. I'm curious. That kind of balances out this one where we played the mirror, and then after we got a bit of an advantage position game 1, they just didn't feel like playing the match anymore and gave it to us. That kind of balances it out. Beating Nadu was pretty cool. I mean, that deck looks very strong, and getting the win there was great. Fun to play against Volrath Joe Dyer of the MTG Goldfish. He writes some pretty good articles. Check them out, Goldfish. And then we just got demolished by the Raker top deck. So if you're watching my channel, you probably watch some vintage, and there's the combo is 2 Sensei's Dividing Tops and Glaring Flesh Raker. It's just you win. You keep looping them, you get tokens from it, and you get pings. And they're playing Cosmos Command, main deck Graveyard Hate, Vexing Bauble, which is main deck Graveyard, main deck Anti-Cascade Hate, and Soul Guide Lantern, main deck Graveyard Hate, plus 4 Sagas. And they have the combo. It's just, that's a nightmare matchup. If that's one of the better decks in the format and well represented, I think Living End is in trouble. I don't know what we do against that matchup. That just feels awful. But every other match we felt really, pretty strong into. So if that's like not a super popular deck, I think this is like a reasonable choice then. And we're doing powerful things for sure. I'm not sure about Oko. It just kind of felt a bit lackluster, but maybe I need to try it a bit more. Like you could go up to 4 Force of Negation. That still doesn't do anything against the Raker deck. Maybe, I don't know. I think 2 more Force of Negations in the sideboard would be fine. Because, I'm sure there are other combo decks in the format that'd be good against. I think that's one change I would make is 2 more Fawns in the sideboard. Yeah, I know. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And you got any ideas for how to change the deck up, or if you've tried out No Ban List Modern, curious to hear what you've played, let me know down below. All right, see you next time.